Welcome. Today, we are looking at revision and exam techniques. This is a key topic in your chemistry exams for SS3. Pay close attention. Let us begin. First, let me explain how to revise effectively for your chemistry exam. Revision is not just reading your notes again. It is active engagement with the material. The first step is to organize your materials. Make sure you have notes on all the key areas. These areas include atomic structure, bonding, periodic table, stoichiometry, acids and bases, electrolysis, rates of reaction, equilibrium, energy changes, organic chemistry, and inorganic chemistry. The second step is to review past questions. Past questions show you what examiners expect. They also help you identify gaps in your knowledge. The third step is to practice regularly. Do not wait until the day before the exam. Practice a little every day. The fourth step is to create revision aids. Make flashcards with key terms and definitions. Make mind maps of chemical concepts. Write sample answers to past questions. The fifth step is to discuss with others. Explain what you have learned to a friend. Join a study group. Teaching others is one of the best ways to learn. Now let me explain how to prepare for the objective section. The objective section tests your knowledge of facts, definitions, and concepts. You will have multiple choice questions. Read each question carefully. Eliminate, obviously, wrong options. Choose the best answer. Do not spend too much time on one question. If you do not know, guess. You might be correct. There is no penalty for guessing in most exams. Pay attention to common errors. Misreading the question is a common mistake. Underline keywords. Look for words like not, except, and always. These words change the meaning of the question. Practice with past objective questions. Time yourself. Aim to complete the section within the allocated time. Now let me explain how to prepare for the theory section. The theory section tests your understanding of concepts and your ability to apply them. You will have short answer questions and essay questions. Read each question carefully. Identify what is being asked. Structure your answer clearly. Use headings and subheadings where appropriate. Include diagrams and equations where relevant. Show your working and calculations. Write neatly. Use correct chemical terminology. Practice with past theory questions. Time yourself. Aim to complete each question within the allocated time. Do not spend too much time on one question. If you are stuck, move on and come back later. Now let me explain how to prepare for the practical section. The practical section tests your laboratory skills. You will be asked to perform experiments, make observations, and record results. You will also be asked to analyze data and draw conclusions. Practice common practical techniques. These include titration, gravimetric analysis, and qualitative analysis. Know how to use laboratory equipment. Know how to read burettes, pipettes, and balances. Know how to prepare solutions. Know how to test for ions. Practice writing practical reports. Include the aim, method, observations, results, and conclusion. Be neat and organized. Record your results accurately. Show all your working. Draw graphs where appropriate. Label axes correctly. Now let me explain time management during the exam. You have a limited amount of time to complete the exam. Plan your time. Find out how much time is allocated for each section. Spend your time according to the marks. For example, if the theory section is worth 60 marks and the objective section is worth 40 marks, spend more time on the theory section. Do not spend too much time on one question. If you are stuck, move on. You can come back later. Leave time at the end to review your answers. Check for careless mistakes. Make sure you have answered all questions. Make sure your calculations are correct. Make sure your diagrams are labeled. Now let me explain common mistakes to avoid in the exam. The first mistake is not reading the instructions carefully. Read every instruction. Know what is required. The second mistake is misreading the question. Underline keywords. Make sure you answer what is asked. The third mistake is writing too much or too little. Stay within the word limit. For essays, write the required number of paragraphs. The fourth mistake is poor handwriting. Write legibly. If the examiner cannot read your answer, you will not get marks. The fifth mistake is using informal language. Do not use contractions like don't or can't in formal answers. Do not use slang. The sixth mistake is not showing working in calculations. Show every step. You may get partial credit even if the final answer is wrong. The seventh mistake is not including units in calculations. Always include units. The eighth mistake is not drawing diagrams when asked. Diagrams are often required. They help explain your answer. Draw clear, labeled diagrams. Now let me explain how to manage exam stress. Get a good night's sleep before the exam. Eat a healthy breakfast. Arrive early. Bring extra pens, pencils, and a calculator. Read all the instructions carefully. Take deep breaths if you feel anxious. Remember that you have prepared. You know the material. Trust yourself. Do not panic if you see a difficult question. Skip it and come back later. Focus on what you know. Stay positive. Remember that the exam is just one part of your life. It does not define you. Do your best. That is all you can do. Now, let me give you a revision checklist. For atomic structure, review subatomic particles, isotopes, electron configuration, and the periodic table. For bonding, review ionic, covalent, and metallic bonding. For stoichiometry, review the mole concept, molar mass, and stoichiometric calculations. For acids and bases, review the pH scale, indicators, neutralization, and salt preparation. For electrolysis, review Faraday's laws, electrolytic cells, and applications. For rates of reaction, review factors affecting rate, collision theory, and the Arrhenius equation. For equilibrium, review Le Chatelier's principle, equilibrium constant, and ice tables. For energy changes, review enthalpy, Hess's law, bond energies, and Gibbs free energy. For organic chemistry, review hydrocarbons, functional groups, and polymers. For inorganic chemistry, review metals, nonmetals, and industrial processes. For environmental chemistry, review pollution, greenhouse effect, and waste management. Now let me give you some sample revision questions. Question 1. Define the mole and state Avogadro's number. Answer. The mole is the SI unit for amount of substance. 1 mole contains 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 particles. This is Avogadro's number. Question 2. Distinguish between exothermic and endothermic reactions. Answer. Exothermic reactions release heat. They have a negative delta H. Endothermic reactions absorb heat. They have a positive delta H. Question 3. State Le Chatelier's principle. Answer. If a system at equilibrium is subjected to a change, the system will shift to counteract that change. Question 4. What is the difference between an alkane and an alkene? Answer. Alkanes have only single bonds. Alkenes have at least one double bond. Alkanes are saturated. Alkanes are unsaturated. Now, let me give you a final exam technique checklist. Read the paper carefully. Start with the questions you know best. Answer all questions. Show your working. Include units. Draw diagrams. Write legibly. Check your answers. Manage your time. Stay calm. Believe in yourself. You have prepared. You are ready. Good luck. Let me give you a quick summary. Revision should be active and regular. Organize your materials. Review past questions. Practice regularly. Create revision aids and discuss with others. For the objective section, eliminate wrong options and guess if needed. For the theory section, structure your answers clearly and show your working. For the practical section, practice common techniques and write neat reports. Manage your time well. Avoid common mistakes. Manage exam stress. Use the revision checklist. 12. This is the final topic for SS3 Chemistry. Review all topics. Practice past questions. You are ready for your exam. Good luck.